Excellent. Okay, so let me share my screen. Share my entire screen. Here we go. All right, so I've been asked to create some ads, some video ads for this potential client. And so what I'm going to do here, I'm going to send all the information that they sent me. We're going to take a look at some AI stuff. I'm going to make a video. I'm going to make a 1-minute video and decide how it should be. So the first thing I did was I went over to Claude and I said, what is neuropathy? And it told me what it is: damage or dysfunction of one or more nerves, typically peripheral nerve outside the brain, spinal cord. It occurs when nerve fibers are damaged, destroyed. Okay, so common symptoms include, so what I would do, I'm going to show you some of the videos that have been suggested. What I would do is I would start off with numbness. I don't even know if I would start off with, are you experiencing? Or I'd just be like, maybe I would do, are you experiencing numbness, tingling, burning sensations, or sharp stabbing, electric shock like pain? Do you sometimes have muscle weakness or paralysis, loss of coordination imbalances, or sensitivity to the touch or temperature changes? You might think that this is just related to getting old or the aging process, but it could actually be something more serious. It could actually be the damage or dysfunction of one or more of your nerves. It could actually be what is called neuropathy. Neuropathy affects your hands, your feet, your arms, your legs, your organs, your involuntary functions. It can affect your brain and even it can even affect single nerves or nerve groups. Common causes of neuropathy include diabetes, autoimmune disorders, infections, inherited genetic disorders, exposure to toxins, nutritional deficiencies, or post-trauma compression or alcohol abuse. Do not ignore the signs of any of these. You could have neuropathy or it could be nothing. You never know, but you should get it checked out. Follow Dr. Jerry Chen for more tips. That's what I would do. That's how the whole ad would go. The severity and progression of neuropathy vary widely depending on the underlying cause. Okay. Let's see if I want to do another one. Do you have type 2 diabetes or have experienced years of exposures to risk factors? Okay, yes, neuropathy becomes significant with more 65 or older age factors. So several factors contribute to the increased prevalence. Diabetes. Type 2 diabetes rates increase with age, and diabetic neuropathy is the most common form. Okay, so what does that mean? Diabetic neuropathy. Okay. Cumulative damage, years of exposure to various risk factors. What would those be? Take toll on the nerve and health. Age-related issues, natural aging process can affect. And so this would be another one, right? Did you know that the natural aging process can affect nerve function and regeneration? Right there, like that. Medication effects. Older adults often take multiple medications. Are you an older adult taking multiple medications? Do you know the side effects? Do you know that neuropathy could be a side effect? Do you know that the medications that you're taking could be causing you neuropathy? Ooh, that's a good one right there. Aging can affect how well the body absorbs vitamins for better nerve health. The older you get, the harder it is for your body to absorb vitamins, and that means that your nerves are at risk. Neuropathy is the process of blah, 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 blah. It's most common in people who are this age. Some of the symptoms include blah, 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 blah. If you are experiencing any of these or you're just curious about blah, 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 visit the website or follow us on social media or book us for a free consultation. I think that's also a good ad. Aging can affect how well the body absorbs vitamins, higher rates of autoimmune diseases, and other that can cause neuropathy. Higher rates of as you age, the amount of autoimmune disease as you age, the chances of the chances of acquiring autoimmune deficiency, kidney disease, or other condition can actually cause more serious medical issues down the line, including neuropathy. Common presentations in seniors. It often starts in the feet and hands, stocking glove pattern. What the hell does this mean? Okay. Okay, may contribute to balance problems or fall risk. Are you an older person who's experiencing, are you getting a little bit older and you're suddenly experiencing balance problems? Can affect quality of your life and independence. What does that mean? Neuropathy is sometimes mistakenly attributed to normal aging when it's actually treatable. Okay. Sometimes mistakenly attributed. Neuropathy is sometimes mistakenly attributed to normal aging and often goes ignored when there are actually several effective treatments available that can significantly increase the quality of your life now and in the future. Because, of course, older people are always worried about the future, right? Extending your youthfulness as long as possible. Anti-neuropathy treatments. That's a good one. That's very catchy and different. Important consideration: symptoms should not be dismissed as just getting older. Danger. Warning. No, danger is better. Danger. Do not mistake these common symptoms for just getting older. Neuropathy could be lying just underneath the surface, affecting your nerves, your brain, and your this and your that. If you've experienced numbness, dizziness, loss of balance, this, that, or the other, it could be neuropathy. You should check it out. Managing underlying conditions like diabetes is crucial. Physical therapy and safety modifications in the home may be needed. The good news is that even in older adults, proper management can often improve symptoms and prevent worsening. Are you familiar with numbness? If you or someone you know is experiencing numbness, tingling, or pain in the hand or feet, it's worth discussing with a doctor rather than assuming it's just a part of aging. That's a great ending line. That's a great call to action right there. Okay, targeted baby boomers, 60 seconds, testimonial style rather than short, punchy ads. Here's why and how to optimize them. Why longer works better for this audience. Boomers prefer more context and information before making decisions. Neuropathy is a serious health concern, requires trust building. Medical decisions need credibility. Testimonials provide. This demographic is less influenced by quick, flashy content. Optimal video structure for 60 seconds. 0 to 10 is the hook, relatable pain point. I'm not a fan of these ads. I couldn't sleep because of the burning in my feet. I mean, I like to try different video ad formats. So that would be one of the styles, but I like the styles that I mentioned earlier. Patient story transformation. Okay, so I would do all the general stuff, and I would say like this person here, doctor credibility moment. Okay, yeah. And then clear, simple call to action. Okay. Key elements to include real patient specific symptoms that they can relate to: numbness, tingling, burning, before and after, not just feeling better, but oh my gosh, I can walk again, I can bend over without getting stuck or back pain, etc. Trust signals, doctor credentials, clinic interior shots. That's a good point. Local references, if possible. Okay, serving XYZ city for years. Okay, production tips: slower pace than typical social media. Large, clear text overlays, good audio quality, hearing issues, well lit, professional, but not sterile feel. The fact that you're getting views but not conversions suggests that the testimonials are working for engagement but may need stronger credibility signals and clearer next steps. Then test the 60 format. Aligns better with how this demographic consumes health related content. Okay. Give me some ideas that I can put into AI. Okay. Sleepless night story, 60-year woman, bedroom setting. I hadn't slept a night in 2 years. The burning in my feet was unbearable. I would start with that. The burning in my feet was unbearable. Okay. My God, my hands were so numb. I used to drop everything. Now I can cook for my grandchildren again. I've got my independence back. I was afraid to walk to my mailbox. Oh my goodness. Okay, I don't know. Tingling, numbness for the feet are normal signs of aging. Okay. Pain medication, only mass neuropathy at whatever clinic. I'll give you the clinic name. Doctor-led prompt template, 60-second video with age, gender, patient setting, speak about specific symptom, clinic name, help me outcome. Include soft background music, clean professional lighting, and end with in that. Okay. This all resonates more with you. Okay. Soft and glove pattern describes how peripheral information spreads in specific particular what it looks like. Stockings and clothes. What does work for you first? Symptoms usually begin in the toes and gradually move up the legs, like pulling up a stocking. That would be great. Hands later. As it progresses, it affects the fingertips and moves up the arm, like putting on gloves. The longest nerves affected first. This happens because the longest nerves in your body, those reaching your toes and fingertips, are most vulnerable to damage. With the patient, the stocking glove pattern. Have you heard of the stocking glove pattern? Right there. That's a good ad right there. So I'm going to read this out loud. The stocking louder because I was just mumbling it, but I know that this is recording. And so I'm going to take this transcript and put it into AI and have AI make me a nice ad for this. I'll give them a few. Woof. I'm going to keep those a part of my portfolio. But anyway, what is the stocking glove pattern? And then you can have an image of somebody putting on stockings, somebody putting on gloves. It's very kind of catchy. And maybe doing some kind of, like, if I had generative AI, it would be like a young, sexy person putting on, stockings and gloves. And remember when you were young and healthy, fit and tight and healthy and gorgeous and going out, and then contrast that with someone who's like really trying to put on their shoe and they're shaking and they're stumbling and they're trying to do something with their hands, but their hands are shaking. I think that visual contrast is really captivating. So often starts in the feet and hands, the stocking glove pattern. And I ask, what does that mean? The stocking glove pattern describes how peripheral neuropathy typically spreads in a very specific, predictable way that looks like you're wearing stockings and gloves. How it works. First, feet first. Symptoms usually begin in the toes and gradually move up the legs, like pulling up a stocking. Hands later. As it progresses, it affects the fingertips and moves up the arms, like putting on gloves. The longest nerves are affected first. This happens because, and I would shoot to like a medical shot here, right? Like, you know how they have those transparent 3D figures, and inside you've got like the red highlight of the heart or the lungs or whatever the issue is. So this would be that, let's say, a gray outline, blue dark background, 3D image of the interior of the body, and you would see the longest nerve being red. So the longest nerve is affected first. This happens because the longest nerves in your body, those reaching your fingertips and toes, are the most vulnerable to damage. So again, this could be a really great question. Did you know the longest nerves in your body, those reaching your toes and fingers, are the most vulnerable to damage? What this means is blah, 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 blah. What patients experience, numbness, tingling, or pain that starts at the very tips of the toes, gradually creeps up the foot, then the ankle, then the lower leg, eventually may affect fingertips and work up the hands and arms. The affected areas have clear boundaries, like where a sock or glove would end. So a sock or glove would end. Wow. Okay. So that's really interesting. So now I would pretend I'm a little creature that's creeping up my foot and then my ankle and then my lower leg. And the same little creature would start up my fingertips, and that little creature would be neuropathy. Why this pattern matters is a classic sign that helps doctors diagnose peripheral neuropathy, shows the condition is progressing in a typical way, helps distinguish it from other nerve problems that might affect random areas, gives doctors clues about severity and progression. When someone says, it feels like I'm wearing invisible socks and gloves, that's actually a very accurate description of how neuropathy affects sensation. That's interesting. Have you ever felt like you were wearing invisible socks or gloves? Did you know that blah, 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 blah? The areas inside the stocking and glove zones feel different, numb, tingly, and painful compared to normal skin sensation outside of those areas. All of this would be such cool generative AI video. This pattern is especially common in diabetic neuropathy, which is why doctors often check feet and hands during diabetes appointments. Oh my God, that was freaking awesome to learn. Okay, so I'm going to take this and I'm going to transcribe it on Otter, and I guess I can stop sharing now. No, I'm not going to stop sharing because we have more things to look at. I'm going to transcribe that in Otter and have it come up with some of those commercial ideas for me that I can feed into an AI video prompt. Now I want to go here. I'm kind of feeling like putting on my camera because I kind of feel like you guys are looking at nothing, but I really don't know how I look right now. Let me see. Not bad. You don't need to see me. Okay, bye. All right. Plus I have my glasses. I don't have my contacts on, so I'm still sharing my screen. Okay. So this is the actual website. This video is, I don't know how long this video is. Shit, 3 minutes. Okay, that's not bad. This is good for engagement. This is really good. I would have their social media up here at the top. But number one thing, so they have neuropathy in, the H1. They have it in their H2. So they're really, really good for SEO. And they've got a video right at the top for engagement. I have an SEO tip here, which is, I don't know if this is a natural video or if it's a light box, but videos at the top. The way that your website loads for SEO is the lightest things first. The heavier things should be at the bottom. So if this is a video, it should be at the bottom, and this can just be a light box. Just like it looks like a GIF or a GIF or a clip that goes to a video. And they got neuropathy right here again at the top, which is really good. So is neuropathy stealing your life away? This could be an ad right there, right? And this is another one right here. The number one mistake people with neuropathy make is neuropathy stealing your life away. Neuropathy creaks. So this would be an ad, right? Neuropathy creaks in silently. It likely started as just a tingle in your toes or your fingers. You brush it off, hoping it's nothing, but then the real nightmare begins. Shooting through your feet every step of the way. So I'm not going to read this whole thing, but this is really good content that I will take and post into AI so that I just have access to all the content. A new approach to neuropathy treatment. Oh, are you interested in a new approach to neuropathy treatment? That would be really good. You don't have to live with this pain for the rest of your life. There is a better way. Find neuropathy treatment in Concord. Okay. You developed innovative approach that addresses the root cause. Oh, not just the symptoms. That's interesting information right there. Our patients have experienced significant improvements in their condition, regaining mobility, reduced pain, reclaiming their quality of life. Have you experienced tingling, loss of sensation, loss of balance, blah, blah, blah? Would you like to experience a significant improvement in your condition, regaining your mobility, reducing your pain, and reclaiming your quality of life? Right there. This is whoever wrote this content is really good. We understand the toll neuropathy, not just on your body, but on every aspect of your life. Oh, and then we want to get into a day in the life of, so, imagine you're in the backyard, you're gardening, you're landscaping, you're bending over, so a day in the life before and after would be really important because it says it's not just a toll on your body, but in every aspect of your life. So think about all the things you need your hands and feet to do and what happens if your hands and feet aren't working, all the things you can no longer do and how that impacts the quality of your life, how much longer everything takes, what's going through your mind, the frustration you feel, the shame, the fear of aging, what else is coming next, wanting to hold on to your youth for as long as possible, right? Those simple little things that you used to enjoy, you no longer can, and it's a constant reminder. You don't have to live that way. Right? You can get back to a time when you could run in the backyard after your rambunctious 5-year-old granddaughter or grandson. You want to be able to play with them. You want to be able to walk without assistance, somebody holding your hand and looking at you and talking to you and making you feel like you're an old person. You want to hide and be in disguise and let people think that you're way younger than you are because they can tell by the way that you move with such fluidity, which wouldn't be possible if you had numbness and tingling and a loss of balance because you have poor circulation in your feet. Neuropathy is not a game. It's not a joke. It's not something to play with. It's something to plan for. And you can do that and live your life effectively and abundantly the way you want to with this new neuropathy treatment. Boom, right there. Ooh, it's so good. Okay. Cutting edge therapies with lifestyle modifications designed to regenerate damaged nerves, improve circulation, reduce pain and numbness, enhance balance in your home. Okay. Imagine being able to walk again, play with your grandchildren, or simply get a good night's sleep. These aren't just dreams, they're real possibilities and the right approach. We're not here to offer a quick fix or another temporary solution. We're here to partner with you on a journey. So this is really nice. Our doctors provide services in Concord, Walney, blah, 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 blah. Nice. So they got city names in here. So it's also good for SEO. Ready to take the first step towards reclaiming your life from neuropathy? Contact us today for your personalized assessment. So they get a personalized assessment. Your future self will thank you. Let's book an appointment and see what that experience is like. FAQs, because these could also all be turned into videos. So how much is it going to cost? The cost of neuropathy treatment can vary depending on whatever. These would be like, I would have a series of videos. What's the process of being a new patient like? $40 diagnostic, so people know that. How do I know if I have it? In numbness, tingling, pins and needle sensation, use burning pain, blah, blah, blah. As it progresses, you notice muscle weakness, balance problems, difficulty with fine motor skills. Okay. So these would be second level videos. So literally they're doing this for ad content. They could basically have ad content for an entire year. How long does treatment take? Okay. Is it reversible? And so if you're doing ads, I would want to know, like, is it first time neuropathic people who are searching up that term, people who are searching up tingling, like what would that be? This would be so interesting. What are the common causes of it? Okay, another great video idea. What our satisfied patients are saying. So I would say all of these. Carrie M of Livermore, California says 16 years often on issues of walking caused my toes to get painfully numb. Now I can walk with my toes without going numb again. The staff and the doctors are warm. Okay, that's a bit long to read, but might still be good. Kevin J, San Francisco. I started having numbness and tingling. These symptoms were so bad I had difficulty sleeping, driving, walking. So this would be an ad. Have you ever had, problems? Are you the type of person that takes medication every 6 hours? So whatever. And here's another one, Joel C. When I first started going to intro, I had pain and numbness in my hand about 6 months. The numbness started going away. It's now been a year. Yay! You've likely tried. Again, more really great content for video, for ads, SEO. If you're likely, like most people struggling with neuropathy, you've already been down a long road of treatments and interventions. So again, another great ad. Do you have neuropathy and you've gone down a long road of treatments and interventions? Your journey probably looks like this. Medications carousel. So again, this would be an individual ad. That's another ad. Mobility, and all of them combined as one. You've likely explored. Have you tried physical therapy, supplements, and maybe even contemplated surgery? No problem. Most of the treatment for management problem right now is just the underlying cause of your neuropathy. They're designed to help you cope, not to help you heal. What? We've got a solution that's designed to help you cope, not designed just to help you cope, but designed to help you heal. Okay, that sounds really good. But what is the book an appointment, consultation today, first step, expert diagnosis? Again, this would all be more additional videos. Take the first step in a series, right? Because it's not the most important thing. Those first ads that I was saying were really the best. Book an appointment. Okay. And book an appointment, and it's $40. Okay, good to know. That's that. And then lastly, so I'm going to take all of this content, I'm going to copy it, I'm going to put it here. I'm just going to say note content from landing page. There we go. So now I've got it captured. I didn't ask you to do anything. Okay, well, that's fine. This would be a whole different series. That's fine. I didn't ask you to do any of this. Okay, that's fine. Okay. And then lastly, we're going to look at what content they do already have. So educational videos, Facebook ads, old creatives, raw, whatever, UGC videos. So I want to hear what each of these is like. Let's take a look at what they're not using anymore. Let's take a look at their old creatives. Okay, so I see a lot of, stuff with the text. That's fine. The quality isn't that great. The sound, the lighting isn't that great. And I would do the more what's trending now, which is why it's important to be on these platforms. I would do more of the, he's the expert, and you're saying, so Dr. Chen, what do you think? Or sorry, not Dr. Chen, I can't remember. Jerry, my friend is Jerry Chen. What's this guy's last name? I don't remember. Anyway, so someone is going to be saying, so rate this, and or what's this, like tingling in the feet, what could that be? And he answers it, so it's more interactive, not just one person saying something. Okay, so I don't know what the point of these videos would be. It's too high level. I don't know what this was for. It's too smart. Oof. Why are you using the word combat? To get rid of. It's not bad. I wouldn't have the logo there. People don't want to see that. I mean, it's good for you, but it's actually not good for ads. You want to noted. I don't know what that's for. That's high. That's really highly detailed. Listen, I could also make a funny ad for this. If someone's there's watching, Mama, Mama, or yeah, Mama, Mama, I can't feel my toes. Mama, Mama, I can't feel my fingers. And what are you talking about? I can't feel it. I feel like I got some. It's tingling. It's moving up my feet. Mama, Mama, come help me quickly. And that's gonna get someone's attention, right? Oh my God, girl, you know what? You just got a little bit of neuropathy. That's all you got. You got a little bit of neuropathy on you, baby. Just come and rub some ibuprofen on it, and then it's like, ibuprofen is not going to solve your neuropathy treatment problems. But I understand you've probably been on a cycle and a carousel of pain meds, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. Did you know that there's a new way? We're not just going to treat the symptom, we cure the cause. There you go. And I would have some numbers. So it's a listicle: number one, number two, number three, number four. He should also maybe be standing up. I don't know. Yeah, he looks like he should be standing up, so it's a little bit more authoritative. But those are old ones. They're not even using that anymore. So that's fine. So let's take a look at these. Okay. Ooh, lots of content. We don't have to spend too much time on it. You should be standing up. Okay, you need to be standing up. Okay. Nope. How many of these are there? Okay, so that's all the same kind of thing. Yeah. Okay. We got old creatives, educational videos. Jesus. Okay. Educational videos. We didn't see these yet. fuck are you even talking about? I swear I try not to say these words. I try not to. That's what it's like, holy ghost. But I'm not gonna keep all that combustion inside of me and then have it affect my organs. I just have to get it out. Like, address the person. God, I don't even know what you're talking about. I can't even bother. So let's go somewhere else. We got that. So I want to look at Facebook ads last, see what they've already done. Okay, so that's a whole minute. Yeah, that's a whole minute. Not a good power position. It should definitely have captions, and it's way too long if it's going to be a part of a 1 minute video. It should just be like before and after, and the name of the place. Okay, what's next? You know what? Another really good ad idea would be two people talking, like two elderly, like these guys are just people sitting on their couches talking. They're not even moving. They're not even showing what's possible, right? Um, yeah, even getting generative AI that would show somebody, just somebody sitting on a chair, talking about their numbness, but then getting up and walking outside and playing would be a really good visual. You could use the audio of these videos and put them on like different video, B-roll, generative AI, etc. So anyway, let's start over. A minute and 35, so definitely too long, but let's go. So there's another video, like an older person sitting down. They're getting up. They're going to the kitchen to get something to eat, and their feet are on fire. So visually captivating content. Here's another video, two people sleeping in bed. One person is tossing and turning and tossing and turning, and you look and the covers are all burning up. Their feet are on fire and they cannot sleep. And then it'll be like an image of somebody taking a cool bucket of water and throwing them on their feet and shh. It's like that's what neuropathy treatment is and can feel like. And then, cut to a scene where the person is now sleeping every night, sound asleep. So these testimonials are good to get content from. That'd be great. That's a great ad right there. Wouldn't it be great to sleep through the night again? Like, oh my God, how simple is that? That would also be really nice, like a romantic, like a couple in the kitchen, the woman's cooking, the man goes behind her, puts his arms around her, and they're both in the kitchen, and she looks up and she gives him a kiss, and then you fast forward, and like he's sitting there at the counter, he doesn't even have the energy to get up to go behind her, his feet is on fire, or he finally manages to muster his way over to her and gives her a hug, and his hands are on fire, hotter than the stove, and his feet are on fire, and the fire is just going from his fingers up his forearms up to his elbow and toes and ankles and calves and up to the knee, and then he just can't take it anymore and goes back to sit down at the bar stool, and then instead just stares at her because he hasn't fixed his neuropathy problem, and he hasn't done it because he's tried everything. He's tried prescriptions, acupuncture, physical therapy, and nothing seems to work, and you're just about dejected and just almost have given up. But you can't give up on love, and you can't give up on life, and we don't just heal the symptom, we cure the cause. So just like you wouldn't give up on marriage, how many times have you had to give it one more try? This is your opportunity to give it one more try and have it stick. And then cut to the company. That's really good right there too. Oh, I'm so good. Nice. Okay. So that would have to be edited. I think two quick testimonials. One testimonial is good, but two is probably better. One in the beginning and one closer to the end. Again, we only have 1 minute. So, what is the content that I'm going to most focus on? And then lastly, let's take a look at their Facebook ads. Ooh, Lord, okay. Oh, okay. So these are just, oh, wow. Okay. Okay. No, man, these ads need to be showing people, no. Oh, they need to be showing feet burning and numbness and stuff like that. Okay. No, no, no. Okay. So I think this video captures everything I need in order to create what I think will be a killer 1 minute video ad for this amazing, wonderful new company that I've come across. So with that, I'm going to stop sharing. I'm going to go back to the video. Shit. Okay, I don't know if it stopped. 1 minute and 20 minute remaining. Okay, that was a 40-minute video. Wow. I forgot I'm on the free version. Well, we're all done now, so that's good. I'm going to end the video. When does that pop-up come? Oh, okay, well, whatever. We're getting out of here, and this is going to end in a minute. I'm going to dump you before you dump me.